What's up, everybody? It's your boy Scotty P, and we're here for episode 15 of the Scotty P Breakdown. I'm excited to bring to you today one of my matches that I had with Jae Phan. He's a friend and a warrior who was a former D1 football player for Rice University. He was a blue belt, and he's an awesome content creator as well. So I'll have his stuff linked down in the description below. You should definitely check some of his stuff out. And this dude's a savage, like definitely defines the word savage. And we have a great match, and I can't wait to break it down for you guys. Let's get into it. So the match starts, and I know to immediately pull guard. Last thing I want is this dude blast doubling me into the wall. But yeah, so I pull myself into like a knee shield guard here, like a half guard with a knee shield. And I'm just looking for some openings. He's doing a really good job of pressing on my neck and keeping my head away. So, you know, when someone's pushing on your head like that, it takes away a lot of your strength. So I have to first clear that. You know, notice how I'm tying up his leg here. And I'm pretty much just waiting for, you know, a good opportunity to go underneath. I go underneath, he steps over, and I'm able to kind of rotate and roll up on his back here. I try to run him down, but man, he is so strong and has good like positioning. He literally just runs me down to the ground. All right, so I cut the angle and I turn the angle on him, but yo, he gets this deep guillotine choke and rolls me over. I literally got to spin and spin in order to find my way out. I try to stay on top, but again, this dude is super strong. Jay's a monster. Look, he gets me in head and arm, and he does a really good job. But every time he gets head and arm, he like pulls me and chucks me, so that I have a hard time stopping him from getting him to my hips. So every time he gets me in head and arm, he like rakes me forward essentially, so that he creates space for himself. And now I tried to roll over and get him back in front of me, but he does a good job of hopping to the far side, staying nice and low, so he's really hard to move. So I'm trying to get my frames here. I'm trying to get back in front of him. I'm able to sneak an underhook and come up on a single leg here, which helps me out a lot. And he's keeping a lot of pressure, and I'm trying to stand on my feet. And notice how I circle. You know, you got to circle when going against someone stronger than you. Honestly, against everybody, you should always, you know, move at angles and not just back and forth. But we get a stop here because there's a bench at the end of the mats. You know, we don't want to hurt each other. He gives me this single leg back. And yeah, I'm working for my same moves here. I'm trying to go deep and a low half guard, maybe come up on his back or something. Now he goes to backstep, and I roll through, and I'm able to come back up on his waist here. He stands up, and I know I'm not gonna be able to move him, and he's like planted to the ground, so I go for the sweet heel hook entry, where it's where you like drop one leg through the middle and you kind of rotate around and you isolate a leg. All right, so now that I'm in DOA, I try to scoop up his other leg, but my grips are too low. They're on his shin, so I can't really hold him. And he's able to literally get his leg free and spin and spin and spin until his knee line's cleared. And then again, he puts me back into a head and arm. So you're seeing some weaknesses from me here that I'm definitely going to work on. And look how he's raking me back. And I tried to just go with it and try to rotate with that guillotine, but man, this dude jumps right up on my back. This is that speed I'm telling you about. And I guess his body triangle, and I'm literally thinking in this moment, like, God damn, you know. But I get to my knees, and I create a little scramble here. And again, I try to come up on a leg, and he just throws my face back down to the mat. Look at that. He's like pulling me again, looking to circle to my back. So this time, I know that he's trying to do that. I stand up into a 4-point stance with my butt in the air, so that it's more difficult for him to circle, and I'm kind of able to shove away and create space. But yeah, we get a stand up back here, and we're tying up, we're moving around. I'm literally talking to myself in my head, don't be a punk, do your best. But I'm dead inside my head. I mean, I had like maybe 6 or 7 rounds before this. At first I was trying to warm up, but it took a while for us to actually get some space. He goes for a single leg here. He goes for multiple shots, and I do a decent job of like stuffing him. I try to go for a foot trip here, but he's made of stone and doesn't move very well. I felt like I was barely keeping him off me, stuffing those shots. But now I get these double unders, and I get this body lock grip. And yeah, I'm just trying my best to really shuck him to the side here. He's doing a good job keeping head connection. And I managed to get to his back. And I'm pretty sure this is like the last like 20 seconds of the match. But I'm trying my best to like drag his butt down to the ground. But he does such a good job of putting pressure on my hands, putting pressure on my head, and constantly moving. So he's not stationary to give me real, good time to like set up an attack. I pretty much have to use all my strength just to hold on to the grip. And right at the last few seconds, I don't know if he clears it or I just let go, but we give each other a big hug at the end. And I'm telling you, it's matches with this guy that helps me level up. I'm very grateful to know him. If you see Conrad back there, that dude's a monster too. But yeah, this is one of the guys that I train with. Every time me and him go, we go hard, we scrap hard, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for tuning in. Be sure to check out my boy Jae Phan. Links down in the description. And if you're in Houston, you should use my best friend, one of my best friends. He's a lawyer. The dude's a purple belt, straight up savage, and he literally fights in the courtroom. This dude doesn't take any bullshit. He stands up for your rights and makes sure that you're taken care of when the system itself might just forget about you. All right, so if you need someone in your corner, Eric Smith is the guy to have. The law offices of Eric Smith, he operates in Houston. And if you're not in Houston, you can still call this guy and ask him for information, for advice, for a consultation. So if you're outside of Houston, still reach out to my boy Eric. He knows his shit. And I'm also sponsored by one of the dopest pre-rolls and wraps out there, Goose Wraps. Check them out if you like hitting that, the CBD flower. And that's all I got. Thank you.